agent-driven or vibe coding as printed from hackday novelty to hard business value in record time. When AI takes on the grunt work of writing, compiling, and refactoring, teams spend 40 to 55% less time on each feature without introducing more bugs. Well, some. So no wonder investors have poured billions into this space. No surprise, right? And now about this. The tooling layer is heating up and autonomous IDEs are in. So who are the players? Four names dominate the leaderboard. First comes VS Code, Visual Studio Code, still living in its Electron shell, but now boosting a cloud agent that can open a terminal, run your tests, and keep iterating until everything goes green. Next is Z, a Rust build speed demon that renders through a bespoke GPU engine where latency sits comfortably under 5 milliseconds on the 4K screen. And yes, it has built-in audio-video pair programming. Then there's Cursor, which everyone knows, and it's a fork from Visual Studio Code's familiar look and feel, but sends your prompt to a remote AI layer and streams the resulting patches back into a shadow copy of your repo so that you can accept or reject. And then finally, Void mirrors Cursor's workflow, but does so under an open source license, letting you swap the cloud model for a non-promise, for example, Olama instance, if privacy is your hill to die on. So each choice carries trade-offs. Visual Studio Code's single-threaded UI can hiccup when the agent is busy, whereas Z Rust Core keeps the interface rock solid. Cursor offers the deepest autonomy. You can really scaffold the entire microservice with 3 taps on the tab key, but you have to be comfortable shipping your code context to someone else's servers. Voids cushions that worry by running the same magic locally, though you will sacrifice a silver of speed and polish. In short, the more autonomy you crave, the clearer you must be on where your source code travels and sits. Now, this flood of autonomy brings a less glamorous problem: lock-in. Proprietary models remember everything you feed them, and bespoke task graphs make agent migrations painful. We've seen this movie before. Free-tier generosity fuels adoption, invoices arrive late, and churn follows faster than you can say, "Sorry, I was on mute." Smart leaders negotiate price ceilings, insist on data portability clauses, and keep a fallback path. And then they choose vanilla VS Code. Yes, I know. The other thing is governance, as it is the next hurdle. Any organization playing with agentic coding must answer 3 questions. First, which models are allowed to see production code? Second, what commands may an agent run without human sign-off? And third, how long will you keep the audit trail of every prompt, plan, and patch? Cursor's Shadow Workspace, VS Code's Draft and Commit Gate, and Void's self-hosted option all try to tick those boxes, but none eliminate your responsibility to police the pipeline. What are we seeing now is forward-thinking themes that are spinning up prompt ops guilds that maintain a shared cookbook of effective instructions, tune model parameters, and run impromptu clinics during sprint retrospectives. Conversation at those retros now covers trust, latency, and reviewer fatigue as often as story points, an early sign that culture is really catching up with this new capability. Looking 12 months out, most analysts expect Microsoft to open VS Code's Agent API to third-party models, so goodbye on vendor lock-in. Z to ship full on-device inference, hello lightning-fast private coding, and Cursor to tier its currently generous free plan. Watch your budgets be that. Any of those moves could shuffle the leaderboard overnight, so keep a weather eye on release notes and funding news. But what's my preference, you ask? For me, it's Visual Studio Code, which has agent mode as the most mature. It can call any contributed tool, stream terminal output, and self-heal compile errors in the loop. It also has Copilot Chat agent mode and next edit suggestions. Now they run in process, so multi-file refactors or test-driven spikes can be fired off with a single prompt. But autonomous agents can over-edit, even introduce subtle security holes, and generate non-deterministic differences. Bottom line, for the autonomous IDE agents, ask yourself 3 questions. How much decision-making are you prepared to hand over to an algorithm? Where physically may your source code travel? And which mix of speed, ecosystem depth, and governance satisfies both engineering joy and compliance dread? Answer those, pair the decision with clear policies and a bit of prompt ops training, and you might find the agent at your keyboard becomes less like Agent Smith and more like the teammate who volunteers for the repetitive chores while you tackle the hard stuff. See you in the next episode.